Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video I'm gonna be creating Mugman from Cuphead. As you can see here, this figurine is flexible. You can move the different parts and the figurine won't break. This is really cool, it makes the figurine stronger and more durable when playing with it. For this figurine, I use Cosclay. Cosclay is a very flexible polymer clay. When you bake it, it's very flexible. It's like a bendable plastic. So watch me create Mugman from Cuphead using this flexible polymer clay. If you haven't subscribed already, or if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you don't miss on new videos. And please help me grow the channel by hitting that like button and sharing this video with your friends. I really appreciate your support. First, I'm gonna be creating the armature. I'm using a florist wire for this armature. I'm covering the wires from the armature with aluminum foil on tape. On the previous video, I made a Cuphead. This is a similar armature. For this one, I use Cuphead as a base to match his proportions. You can watch the other video on my channel to see how I made the other figurine. I made a couple of errors on that one. This time I'm starting with the legs, adding white clay. On the Cuphead figurine, I started differently and it ended up being more complex. Now, it will be easier to add the shoes and the pants later. For the shirt, I added pieces of black clay and now I'm using the tool to remove any marks and holes. Now I'm adding the arms with more black clay. I'm creating the hands and gloves using white clay. This time, I'm creating the fingers by cutting them from a piece of clay instead of cutting them and adding them later. This way, they are more strong and I can bend them without fear of breaking them. On the second hand, I added clay to the figurine first, and it was easier to work with than doing it separate like I did on the first hand. Now I'm adding the gloves details using a white snake of clay. For the head, I'm adding white clay to this mold that I made. I tried to do it differently and it was not successful. Then I made this mold to be able to bake it without having to do an armature. Now I'm adding the mug handle with a small snake of white clay. Now I'm creating the mouth details with a small amount of white clay. This is something that I did wrong on the Cuphead figurine since I baked the head first without doing the mouth. I'm making the eyes using a small piece of white clay from the pasta machine on the smallest setting. Using this glass, I'm able to create the eyes with the right proportion based on the print picture. Now I'm creating the eye iris using this black clay. They look like a black Pac-Man figure. Now I'm attaching the eyes to the head. Now I'm attaching the nose to the head. I made the nose with a small piece of blue clay. Now I'm adding the mug handle again. This time I'm using Bake and Bond glue. Now I'm creating the pants using a small sheet of blue clay from the pasta machine. I'm creating the top part first, trying to get the right shape and proportions. Now I'm creating the pants leg part with a flat snake of blue clay. And joining the different parts with the tool. Now I'm creating the shoes using brown clay. I added a small piece of lead weight to the armature in the shoes so the figurine can stand up without any problem. Thanks to that, this figurine ended up being well balanced and it stays stand up without any problem. Now I'm adding the top part of the shoes using a small brown snake of clay. Now I'm adding the head to the body. For this, I'm using Bake and Bond glue and a small wire. Now I'm covering the wire with a small ball of white clay and pushing it with the ball tool. And finally, I'm adding the clay straw. I forgot to record this part when I was creating the straw, but basically I made two thick snakes of clay, one using white clay and one using blue clay, and I cut them into small round pieces. You can watch that part on the Cuphead figurine video. And we are done creating Mugman from the game Cuphead. And thank you for watching me create Mugman from Cuphead using polymer clay. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you make it so far into the video, thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And please help me grow the channel by sharing this video with your friends. And don't forget to follow me on the different social networks to see what I'm working during the week. See you on the next video.
See you on the next video. See you on the next video.